How's it going, everyone? It's Ketchup here once again, bringing you just a little Sorcerer Quan video to kind of answer a few questions I'm being asked quite a lot. Mainly it's, Ketchup, why aren't you using Sorcerer Quan at the moment? Why aren't you playing him? I've barely seen you use him on Twitch and on YouTube, so what's the deal? Basically, Sorcerer Quan doesn't currently work as intended, and it's pretty much Mustard and I's fault, really. Basically, the double spells. First of all, there's a misconception that the double spells do not exist in the game anymore, and it's been changed. The double spells do indeed exist, to the point where Mustard and I have actually got to the bottom of how exactly you trigger it. It's got nothing to do with the 8th second. You haven't got to wait until the 8th second or whatever. You do it like this. So you create a hex, wait for the hex to disappear, and then you have to count to 10 seconds. The 10 seconds is how long a spell is normally up. But for some reason the way this works is, you see the hex disappear and then go 1, 2, 3, make sure another spell is up that is not hex first, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you can create another hex. So for some reason the game doesn't realise that there is already a spell on the screen, and now you can kind of mix and match and juggle this. So the game doesn't realise that there was already a spell on the screen, and from this point on you can now juggle this. You can create a hex while a spell is active, and then you just kind of, from this point on, you just juggle them, so you can now create 2 spells at once. So this is how you do it, but it's really not as mind-blowingly broken as it was before currently. I mean, the 2 armors is obviously a big deal anyway. Being able to sit in 2 pieces of armor is obviously not supposed to be in the game either, but because this is still possible and still in the game, they have nerfed hex quite considerably. This normally does increase chip, as you guys know. Now it does nothing. If you look at the chip damage up top there, it does barely any increased chip damage. So this is basically a temporary nerf until they address the fact that you can create 2 spells. NetherRealm have said they're going to be removing the double spells, but until then the hex will kind of stay the way it is, where it doesn't really increase your chip damage at all. As you can see, and let's knock them on the ground and do it. There you go. You can see it does no chip. So if we try and go for the double chip like you could do before, let's trigger this again. So wait for this to vanish, count to 10, make sure there is already a spell on the screen before you finish counting to 10. So in a real match you would set this up by going, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, make sure it's on the screen, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then when he's blocking this you would then create this. Zone in the armor when he's sitting in it. When it vanishes, go forward 2, 1, 2 into this, and you know, at this point he's already taken 2 of them. If he gets hit by the forward 2, 1, 2, the hex is guaranteed. If he gets hit, look, this is guaranteed, and he can't get out of it, even though it looks like he can. And when this disappears, if he blocks this, if he pokes me, this won't come out. But if he does anything else, he'll get hit by that basically. But you guys can see, so he's now basically been hit by two spells. He's been hit by 2 hex spells in one duration. This should give me the permanent increased chip damage. This normally would set up for the 100% where you would do this starter. This is the 100% normally, but now you can see how much damage it does. I've triggered the permanent increased chip, and now it does not even 50%. So this is why they've nerfed hex currently, because it avoids the issue you had of ridiculous broken damage. But as you can see, it's not a problem anymore. You can still create 2 armor spells, but that's all you can do currently with the two spells on the screen at once. Let me quickly put them in the corner. We're gonna kind of demonstrate this again and do the rune trap. This rune trap, you guys know it by now. Normally, it used to do about 90% damage. Oops, screwed up. It used to do about 90% damage. But as you can see now, it's going to do just over 50. So as you can see, this now does just about 55% damage for all 3 bars because of the hex change. That's it really. I mean, I don't really need to explain it further. Long story short, the double spells still exist. The broken chip doesn't exist because hex has currently been nerfed temporarily until they remove the ability to create 2 spells. Because you can still do it, and it's very easy to set up. I mean, if you were in a real match, it's actually not as hard as you would think. So you basically just put that down, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, 10. You would now put this down while he's in the block stun. Nothing you can do about that. Zone in the armor. When you see your armor disappear, just run in and try and go for this, for example, and then you've triggered the 2 spells. I mean, I know that's it's kind of situational, but if you manage to get that jump in and they don't poke you out of this, they're going to get hit by that, which has now triggered the double chip. So that's what Mossad and I did when we were at our sister's wedding. We were away. You guys remember a few weeks ago we were away. This is kind of what we debunked. We wanted to get to the bottom of it. We knew it probably would be changed in the hotfix or patch anyway, but we thought we may as well try and figure it out anyway. So it was possible. I think if this was still in the game, there'd be a lot more practical applications of triggering the double chip, which would allow you to do like the ludicrous damage you could do. But now they've nerfed the Hex until they take out the ability to do double chip. Or double spells in general. That's it really. Hopefully they kind of answered all the questions you guys have been asking me. Long story short, the way I want to play Sorcerer Quan currently isn't possible. I am all about that chip. You guys know that I'm all about chip, you know, getting the trance, landing this, rune trapping the hell out of someone, sending them to the skeleton realm, turning them into a green skeleton, getting all hype. I love all that stuff, but currently I can't do it. I mean, I'm not going to be able to turn anyone into a green skeleton until they nerf this, or adjust this and, you know, fix it and turn it back to the way it was, and just remove the double spells. That's it really. I think I'm using this as a chance to play more characters, basically. That's what I'm doing. Using it as an opportunity to play a little bit more characters, have a little bit of fun, and kind of learn other people until they fix it. When they fix it, I'll obviously go back to Sorcerer Quan, but currently, the stuff I want to use with Sorcerer Quan isn't possible. And that's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There'll be more content. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.